switch night and day in my life. You know me, my dog, stay by my side. Never gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check out. 90. Check back. 56.
On first down, Luck. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I got you. 56
Here's Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw is Luck. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Get your swerve
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
right there. 54 Mike. Wild Bill.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Caught by Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Mike 54.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Our time. It's our time.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch 54. Check. Go. It comes to me, it's me. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
Mike 42.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Check out. Right, 622. Let's go, let's bring it. Check out.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. For Zeke, one of first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Elliott running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
All right, 6 and 5. Mexico, Mexico. I got you,
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Ryan Succop on for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Packers score, Packers 7, Lions nothing. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. They're on 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Go. Motion backfield. Tight dog.
And Woods has it complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
33-yard line.
Set, hut. 60 outlaw. Check. Watch 54. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Hey, coming after you. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Hut. Mike, 54. Check tight.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Get in the weight room.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped a double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as these guys enter play in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And Gibbs got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's 3rd down.
Check out. 163. Watch tight end. You got 3 down, 3 down. 12.
From the gun, here's Love. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
1st down, Green Bay.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
10th carry now for Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Brissett to throw on first. Jones has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Come on. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. 42. He can't hang.
Here's Brissett. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Crunch time, defense. Check. 42's the mic. Check. 42's the mic. You good there? You can't block me. 42's the mic. 42's the mic.
To throw, Brissett. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on. Touchdown. Check. Block 54. Block 54. Hey. Set up.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Ricky. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Brissett sets to throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They just get the play off. Now Brissett. Buying time to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Brissett now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Come on, D.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Check out. Slide 56. Time to go night-night.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
674. Hey, alert 3. Check 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Luck. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check out. Red 80. 12. Alert 3. Undercut.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Brissett. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shane Ray has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 2 left. Out he goes.
Brissett. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hayward. Check 43.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
I'm coming after you. Hey, what?
Throwing. Brissett. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Mike 5-4. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. 54.
Now Brissett. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kenny Brent. His first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27.
And a Packer first down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
We own them. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try the air now with Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. Locke. Short throw underneath to Hurst. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down, so you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shane Ray racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This is Elliott, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Brissett. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Brissett looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start the drive with Elliott and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
6 guys. Check 6 ready.
They go to Elliott again. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Suckup for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go, defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Telvin Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now in desperation. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 40 yards. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.